Feet up on the ground, while every friend I had was getting lost up in the clouds. Screw the critics, I just wanna make my dad proud. Just because I know deep down he wished I got another route, huh?
Hey guys, this is episode 3 of the Gamescast, and we're going to be changing the name from Lammy Gamescast to LNL Gamecast because my friend Will Llewellyn is going to be on the Gamescast now, as well as me, Sean Lamoureux, so we're going to do LNL for our last names for the Gamescast. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about shitty-ass fucking games and the shitty-ass energy drink that Will's drinking.
Kill Clip.
Do they even make it anymore?
It's a recovery drink. Well, this one is.
Well, do they even make it anymore?
I honestly don't know. It's official partner of the Navy SEAL Foundation. So a Navy SEAL made this. Test positive for awesome.
So is it gay or is it just bad? Both, okay.
It makes you gay.
It makes you gay. Well, that's good because I drank like 10 of them and I'm liking men.
You did not drink 10 of them. You drink like
You're right. I had a sip of yours and I'm feeling real horny for men.
I better get out.
Specifically you. Yeah, get out of this moving vehicle. I dare you. That's fucking gay. That's why you're talking about the gay-ass drink.
So,
name a
shitty game.
Hold on. We can talk about shitty games, but name single-handedly the shittiest game you've ever played off the top of your head.
Just any?
Yeah, we'll start with shitty and then we'll go most disappointing. So start with the shittiest. Like shittiest. You turned it on and you were like,
shittiest.
Why the fuck did I buy this? That game.
Okay. Well, like older games.
Honestly, anything.
Let's say for like Xbox, just like the first Xbox.
Okay.
I think it was like called the Agents.
That doesn't count just because it's old though.
Well, no, but like
it
was shitty. It was shitty.
Okay.
With shitty graphics, even though it was on the Xbox.
Okay.
Like the first ever. It was like Agent something, and you were fucking like some. What were you like you were like a mutant, and you had to like kill shit, but like the graphics were terrible, the premise was terrible, and like you would have to do a quest, and it was so simple that it should have been like one of those like 7-year-old games that just guides. It's like a tutorial like 24/7, and you just didn't really do anything. It was boring. That was like one of my shittiest games.
I think
probably.
Mine growing up was a free game that I got for the computer back when it was cool to have like the old fucking shitty desktop that doesn't run any graphics and you just have a game that barely functions on the PC. And it was fucking Hot Wheels Stunt Driver.
Oh, I had that.
Oh, it was so bad.
I had that.
It was so bad. And you had to like specifically make the wreck. Like you had to do the stunt, but it had to like fuck up enough of like blowing up propane tanks and like knocking over cones and blowing up buildings.
Yeah.
Just enough to where you got points. And you would get like halfway through one that was really, really successful, and then the game would fucking crash. So you do it like perfectly and everything's going right, all this shit's blowing up, all these cones are falling over, and then the game just crashes. You get that stupid fucking Windows icon that you used to always get.
Yeah.
Or you get like the spinning wheel of death when you try loading the game again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was really shitty.
Or like not enough disk memory or some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, where you would get like halfway through the game and then it would say you'd have to delete your old save file to keep going.
Yeah.
But if you deleted your old save file, you couldn't go back to where you were. So you just replay the same shitty maps every time.
I actually had the game when we had like a Dell.
Yep.
And it was like one of those like white slim Dells.
I had the white fat Dell that somebody gave to me for free for my birthday because they were just like getting rid of it out of an office. And it was the epitome of this is not going to fucking run, but it's going to still play your game like barely.
Yeah.
It was fucking horrible.
Well, my parents, they always have, I didn't play computer when I was younger, I just played Xbox. And so I would just stick to Xbox, but they had just some random ass computer in our basement that they'd use for like bills or something. I don't know what they did with it. And so I would download like games like Army and shit, like Army games. Like one of those free, it's like free.
Like
Army.
Wizard101.com.
Yeah,
those shitty fucking games. See, I used to do that on the computer too, but that's because it was either play on this fat piece of shit PC or play on the N64 because I think we should mention that I'm 23 and you're 17. So my range of playing...
That's not that long. I used to play the N64 when I was younger.
Yeah.
I used to
I played like that's me getting big into games. I played the original Nintendo and the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And the fucking
Sega.
Atari. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those like Segas that fucking the controllers looked like a spaceship.
But the Sega had the best shit. It had Sonic. That game's fucking... And they just made Sonic Mania for the PS4, and I'm gonna buy that. It's only $20, and it's all the original Sonic games, and they added enemies and boss fights to an old-ass Sega game, which is badass. So now you have to say the game you're most disappointed in, that you were so excited for, and I have two. So if you say one of them,
get games that are like, you usually just get the game.
Oh, but I have two that I pre-ordered the deluxe editions of, and I didn't get shit out of them. I was so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So...
What is it, Battlefield?
No. Well, okay, Bad Company was one, because we talked about that earlier. Battlefield Bad Company was a huge fucking letdown, and it made it so that I didn't want to play any more Battlefield games, even though there were a ton of good Battlefield games, but I didn't even give them a chance because I was so fucking pissed about the first one. The other one was No Man's Sky.
Is that the free world one? The open world?
It's the open world that has like 10, or what is it? Like 15 quadrillion planets.
And wasn't everyone like talking
about it? And it's a continuous generating planet system.
Holy shit.
And everybody's talking about it. It was the biggest hyped game.
Oh, yeah.
I got rid of my Xbox One specifically to get a PS4 for this game.
Didn't it come with the PS4?
They had bundles, but they weren't good. So I paid $100 for the deluxe edition. It came with all this DLC that they said they would release later. And I've heard from people that now, with the DLC dropping, it's a full game. It's now like a good game. However, everyone says that it being a full game, it should still only be 40. So I paid $100 for a full, or for a half-ass game. Now they're releasing DLC for it, and I won't even go back to it. I'm done. I will not re-download it. I deleted it off my console. But it's a digital. It's a digital download, so I can just download it whenever.
Try it. Fuck it.
The only thing they added, though, everyone's saying it's way better now. All they added was a new tool that you can, instead of mining like Minecraft, instead of doing that with, it's like a gun that you mine shit with. Instead of doing that, you can add shit now. So you can like build a base. So it's kind of like Fallout 4 where you build a base. And you can do that on any planet. They started talking about how, because when it first released, they said you'll never see another player online ever because it's too big, or your chances were like 0.001%. Well, now they added you can see other people on the planet. However, they're just little like glowing orbs floating around. You can't interact with them. You can talk to them on your mic and like hope that that other person has a mic, but you don't actually see their player. You don't see their ship, because I want to see like how other people are doing.
Yeah.
Like the cool shit they've collected.
Well, isn't that's like open world?
Yeah, it's an exploration game, and they said that like you'll never run into the same creature twice. It'll always be a different generated creature, and that aspect's cool. But you can't ever share that with anybody.
Yeah.
If you upload it on your PlayStation, you can. But nobody's ever gonna see you do it, not unless you live with somebody that's watching you play. So I'm done with it. I'm not giving it another chance.
Every fucking animal or whatever you see.
Yeah, when it first came out, I was taking pictures of everything and recording everything because I'm like, oh, cool, no one's gonna see this. And then I upload it online and people are seeing way cooler shit than me, and I'm like, well, I can't show this to anybody, so there's no fucking point.
Yeah.
So that one was more disappointing than Battlefield, I think. That one was disappointing.
That one was like way overhyped too.
Oh yeah, it was
even like Game Informer and shit.
Oh yeah, they were talking about it being the game of the year before it came out. And what didn't make sense is they're talking all this about an indie game, because this was made by Hello Games.
Oh yeah.
They have 12 total people in their studio. I don't know how they made 16 quadrillion planets with 12 people.
Just shitty random generator.
Yeah, it was a random generator that made shit ass fucking game.
Yeah.
And the guy, his name's Seth Murray. He's the executive producer. He's the one who made it. Yeah. And he was talking about this game, and he said all of this shit that he didn't keep. He was talking about this game like it was going to be the greatest thing ever, how everybody's going to love it, how everyone's going to explore and think it's the best thing to ever hit the market, and how it's going to win all these awards, and how there is a main plot to the game, a main point, and the only mission you have throughout the whole game is find the center of the universe. That's it.
So, what is like the first mission? Like, what are...
You're crash landed on a randomly generated planet, and you have to go mine for... you mine for the supplies to fix your ship. And then you get in your ship, and like that was the coolest part of the game for me, was when you fix the ship and you go up into space and all you see is just a bunch of planets off in the distance.
Yeah.
And you can go land on any of them. You can rename the planet in the hope that someone out there will randomly someday find that same exact planet and be like, oh fuck, someone named this. But it's not gonna happen.
Well, and you can't interact with anyone, so like if you build shit on the planet, you're not gonna like.
No one's gonna see your base.
Yeah.
And you can interact with like there's what are they called? It's sentinels.
Okay.
There's sentinels that protect the galaxy. So when you start fucking with stuff in the galaxy, like if you kill creatures and they see you do it, they attack you, and then they start sending out bigger sentinels. So it like starts with this little floating robot that's got like this eye that's looking at you, and if it sees you do it, it turns red and it starts alerting you, and you get 5 stars, and there's like a warning level. So on that first star, it's just them attacking you. If you fuck them up, then it's these little like robotic lion things that come and try to fuck with you. And if you fuck them up, then it's this big like an AT-AT off of Star Wars that shoots the lasers. It's like one of those that come after you. And if you kill that, I don't even know what comes after that. You're
So it's
fucked.
like GTA.
It's kind of like it's like retarded space GTA. I don't know if we can say retarded. Everyone's gonna get all fucking
Retarded?
sensitive.
Say retarded.
It's retarded.
Retarded.
It's retarded like GTA,
Yeah.
except it's more retarded because it's in space.
Yeah, because you can't interact with people.
Yeah, there's no interaction. Except they said there's interaction now, but it's just a bunch of glowing fucking balls around you. It's not actual interaction, it's bullshit. And I think it's more showing you that somebody has been there more than they're actually physically there right now. It's just like, oh look, somebody had been here at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you don't do anything. Like, you can trade with aliens, but you have to learn their language. So you have to go find these, like, ancient artifacts, and it teaches you one word. So you learn, like, how they say fucking cat. So then, you go in there and you're talking to this alien thing, right? And there's a whole sentence, and it's all fucking gibberish, and then there's cat in the middle of it. And you have to respond to it with gibberish that you don't know. Or they tell you to fuck off and you have to leave because you don't know what they're talking about. So you interact with things and aliens, and they all have a different language. So every planet you go to, you have to learn a different fucking language. Or you have to hope that the alien that's on that planet is this type of alien that knows this specific language.
I feel like that's so much work just to play a game.
It's bad. Don't play it.
Like, those indie...
You can because you have an Xbox, but don't bother. You have a PC.
Yeah.
You can play it on there, but don't. But don't.
I feel like the
Unless you pirate it for free or something.
Yeah, right?
It's not worth the money. I wouldn't play that game for free.
Really?
That's how bad it is.
Well, yeah, I bet you the people that made it probably just made it for themselves, but mainly because they have no life.
Well, the guy who made it, they kept asking him, Seth Murray, they kept interviewing him and saying, like, so what's the point to this game? What do you do? And he's just like, well, see, that's the thing, is I don't want there to be a point. And I believed it. I bought into this.
Yeah.
That's what's fucked up, is he made me believe it, because I listened to all these interviews. I was so excited. And they pushed the release date 4 months, so I was like waiting and so excited for this fucking game.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, I don't want anyone to think that there's a specific point to this game. The point is to be an explorative person. And I'm like, I'm adventurous. I can fucking do this. I want to be like him. I want to go out and like find all this cool shit and like make it my own and name it my shit. But then there was that part of me too that's like, there's got to be a point to this game. And later on he kind of released, well, your point to this game is finding the center of the universe. Well, I found out that everybody can do that. But your way of getting there is different than anybody else. And I never played this far, but I've seen gameplay of it. And you get to the center of the universe, there's a big glowing red ruby-looking orb, and that's it.
So nothing even happens.
You get like, I think it's an upgrade for your ship. And then there's no, he said there's no ending to this game. That's technically the ending, is finding the center of the universe. Because then from there on out, there is no ending. You're just doing stupid shit all the time. It's like grinding on Destiny constantly without any reward.
Yeah.
It's that.
So, but
It's like looting in Diablo and doing nothing else.
So can you just like, is there unlimited advancements for the ship, or can you hit like a limit?
There's like, you find all these things you can add to your ship. Like, you can get double lasers now that do more damage, and you have to mine and get enough to upgrade that to your ship. And there's always those different add-ons to your ship but soon they all mesh into the same exact goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I'm just adding the same thing to my ship that I had already.
That seems like such a waste of time.
It's a waste of time and it's a shitty game. And there's no way around it. And they keep saying they're adding stuff, and like they added a Land Rover like they have on the moon, where you just drive around and the Land Rover can shoot the mining beams. And I heard that's way better because you can mine shit faster. Because when I was doing it, it took me forever to mine shit, and I was getting pissed because you just keep having to mine, and then whenever you shoot a sentinel, you run out of your resources for your weapon, and then you have to mine to get those resources back. So you're just doing this back and forth thing the entire fucking game. And it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's boring. There's nothing else more to do past that.
It's still like $40.
It's $40 right now?
Yeah.
You just checked?
Yeah.
40 on what?
Target,
PS4?
40 at Target, and like 30 at Walmart.
Yeah, it's not worth 30. Like I said, I wouldn't play it for free. So like when they release it as a free game and people are talking about it,
yeah.
I will tell them not even to download it. Because why waste your time? You're gonna get all excited that you're like building this ship and it's gonna be badass, and you're gonna go out in the universe and you're gonna find shit, and you're gonna go out there and be disappointed with the entire game.
You're gonna have to like no life it. Like fucking just sit at your like Xbox or computer.
I think that's the only people that play it now.
That's what I was trying to get.
I think it's people that are just high too. I think you have to smoke a lot of weed to want to go around and mine resources all night long.
Play Minecraft.
You're playing retarded space Minecraft with Destiny grind
and GTA
and GTA Sentinels that suck ass. That's what the entire game is.
What are the guns like?
Yeah. And it's a mining gun, and it looks like the plasma pistol from Halo.
Oh yeah.
But then you get like an assault rifle looking one, but it looks like a toy. It looks like a Nerf gun, or like the portal gun. It kind of looks like that.
Jesus Christ.
But that's the gun you get, and then when you upgrade it, it'll change the color of your laser or something that you're shooting.
It's like WoW. So like on World of Warcraft, you can play like as a druid.
Yeah.
You're stuck. With like, so let's say you're a DPS.
Okay.
You're stuck with like this little fucking cat thing guy, and so your little cat thing, like wolf fucking breed, I don't know, and you upgrade it, but you have to like do these achievements and shit. And the only way to change what your person really looks like by doing the achievements, and all it changes is the color.
What?
And then like once you start changing the colors more, you get to like super high like grind. It changes like the formation that like your fucking spiritual thing like on your back is or something.
Oh,
so it's practically like that, where it's just like a waste of fucking time.
Yeah. It's like grinding with no reward. Which I don't understand, because at least in Destiny, when you grind, you get like cool shit.
Yeah.
And shout out to Destiny 2, because that comes out in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna pre-order the deluxe edition, even if I'm only gonna be playing Madden for the next 2 months. I'm still gonna get Destiny 2 Ultimate Team. That's it. Ultimate Team and franchise mode. That game's not a disappointment. I can say that. You're about to go play it at my house.
I feel like
oh, is that what we're gonna put for this podcast?
Yeah, whatever we want.
Okay, so you guys are probably watching the Madden 18 gameplay right now, probably Ultimate Team, because that's all I'm gonna be playing. So we're just gonna bounce back and forth doing solo challenges.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna build up this fucking team.
Ultimate Team shit.
Yeah, we can just do our game cast with Madden for a while until like Destiny comes out, or until the new Life is Strange comes out. I can put that in the background. I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna put Life is Strange in the background because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. Because it's gonna have twists.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but the people who are listening to the game, yeah, I guess they could just not look. But you can't really put Life is Strange Gamecast without the audio, because the audio is important. Like, you have to have the voices and shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which this is something that pisses me off. Life is Strange 1, the voice actors are not the same for the same characters in Life is Strange 2. They got different voice actors, and I watched the trailer for it. She sounds the same, but just knowing that it's not the same chick pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have the funding, and I heard it's because they're on strike. They're on strike with Square Enix. Yeah, the actors from the first one are on strike with Square Enix, and they said, fuck you guys, we're not gonna do the voice acting for the new one. So they're just like, well, fuck you too, we're just gonna get new voice actors.
Wait, doesn't Square Enix make like apps and shit?
Square Enix does like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and I passed that, I don't know. Final Fantasy currencies that are like claim to fame.
I thought I saw their thing on like a game app thing.
They might.
I'm not sure.
Well, I know they have a Kingdom Hearts app. I know that they have one of those, but like I don't know if Square Enix actually produces that or if it's like an off-brand party doing that. Because I don't know how much they get into mobile gaming.
Like,
Mobile gaming shit. I don't care what
like
anybody says.
Unity?
Nobody. Yeah, fuck all mobile games. I won't play any of them.
You have an iPhone to do mobile gaming.
No, I had an iPad, and that for Madden on the iPad, it was like playing Madden Ultimate Team on an iPad, and it was decent because you still have like the card system and everything.
Yeah.
But the gameplay's so shitty.
Well,
it's so shitty.
easy to score and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's
you just run
pathetic.
it. You just run it.
You either run it or you just throw lobs to your wide receivers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like when I started Ultimate Team on this new Madden 18 on the PS4. When you start Ultimate Team, the team that you play against is a 40 overall. A 40.
How's that even possible?
I don't know, because even the Browns are like a 62.
They must just.
And
be
it was the
like
Patriots.
all retarded.
I played the Patriots, and they're a 40.
The Patriots like 10th string.
It's like if the Patriots all had Down syndrome.
And like
And
wearing pads or anything.
and ADHD, and they thought that the ball was always coming to them.
Yeah.
So they like back off, and they're like standing there with their hands open, like, oh fuck, here he comes.
Or like-
and it's not actually happening. Like nothing's happening. It's fucking stupid.
Or like in like.
But that's
NBA.
because it's the beginning ones, and they want you to get used to the new game style of Madden. Because then I started playing harder challenges. The defense in Madden 18 is so much harder and better than in Madden 17. Like, you don't even have to play on defense, and your corners are gonna do good.
They're
It's so hard to throw
used
passes.
To, like autistic, like six-year-olds playing it. Not
Basically.
understanding, like fucking controls.
Because in Madden 17, you could run those little post outs, and he'd just be open every time. Like your tight end, always
yeah.
open every single time. Or if you ran those little like hitch routes, you could always hit that hitch. Now that corner will run up and just pick it off.
Oh, shit.
Pick six. Every
Well,
time.
I always used what's his name? It's like something McDonald. And he's like a 300-pound tight end, but he was fast as fuck.
I wonder if he was an out of position player.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
he was.
fuck that. I don't play with those out of position players. Like Ben Roethlisberger with a punting
Yeah,
score of like 98.
Well, I had to use it for like a challenge
Oh, okay.
because it was like during that when the Super Bowl was. Or
Did you ever play the Santa Claus challenge in Madden 17?
Oh, you had to beat the elves.
Yeah, they were all fat as fuck.
Yeah.
And one of them, they're all Santa and they're fat. And one of them, they're all elves and they're fast as fuck and
Yeah.
hard to tackle because they're so small. And then one of them, you play both. And Santa's the quarterback and the elves are the little fucking wide receivers and shit.
And they do nothing.
Oh, yeah, they suck.
It's okay.
Except for one of them. The final one was so hard, they were like a 98 overall, and I could not beat them
I
for
think
the
I got
longest time.
bored with that and I just quit. I was like, whatever.
Ultimate Team's hard to keep up with. Like it's fun,
Dude,
but then you
Richard
run out of
knows how
shit
to
to
do
do.
it.
Richard I got to a 97 overall.
How?
Towards the end, you get a bunch of free fucking
Oh,
98s and shit.
I just got to like 90 and I
But
just quit.
I started finally doing chemistry because I never did chemistry before, and that's a big way to up your team is with team chemistry.
Yeah.
I never did that before, and I started doing team chemistry in Madden 17, and I got my team up to a 97 before 18 came out, and now I'm at a 75 because the gold players now are 70 to 75. Elites are 80 to 85.
So
the
what's
elites
higher
don't
than
go
that?
above
What's higher
nothing.
than that?
There's an 86 right now that's a legend.
Oh,
There's some elites right now that go up to an 89, and I think 90 is the highest for an elite right now, but he's so hard to pull. There's nothing above a 90.
so you're just gonna have to keep waiting.
There's nothing above a 90, and they probably won't until they do those most feared
Yeah.
cards for Halloween.
all those challenges and shit.
Yeah, because they always have a Brian Dawkins most feared card for the Eagles, and I
hate
fucking
waiting.
love the Eagles, so I'm
I
so
hate
excited.
waiting for the challenges to come
Well,
out.
and the fastest wide receiver right now is John Ross, and he's the one that just broke the speed record for the 40-yard dash in the NFL.
Oh,
He broke
really?
it this year.
What
and
was it?
His thing with breaking the record, too, was they said, if you wear Adidas cleats, or Adidas shoes, Adidas running shoes, and you break the record, we will buy you an island. You know what he told him? He said, I'm going to beat it, but I'm going to wear Nikes because I fucking hate Adidas. He turned down winning a fucking island.
An actual island.
An island, because he wanted to wear Nikes and not Adidas.
That's trash.
Yep.
Maybe he wouldn't have got it.
But his
before
card
Adidas.
in Madden 18 is the fastest. It's a 91 right now.
Yeah.
And the second fastest, I think, is Antonio Brown's really good elite card, and it's a 90.
What was it? Like a 4 point what?
4.19?
I'm gonna beat it.
No.
I'm gonna beat it.
No.
I'm not gonna wear Adidas.
I don't think
I'm
so.
not even gonna wear
It might have been less than that. We should fact check that real quick. Just look up John Ross's I think it was his 40-yard dash. but it was fucking good.
Call them right now and tell them I'll wear slides and beat it.
You're not gonna wear slides.
Adidas slides.
I don't think Usain Bolt would beat him. Just kidding. He probably would.
Well, you have to get off.
You should look up Usain Bolt's 40-yard dash along with John Ross. Look up John Ross first.
4.22.
4.22. I knew it was close to there.
Let's see.
Because he broke the NFL Combine
what's
record.
His name?
Usain Bolt.
Oh, yeah, Usain Bolt. He just lost, didn't he?
He did.
Same.
And they bowed to him. They bowed to him because, you know, he's a great athlete and they know greatness when they're standing next to it. I doubt they'll beat him again.
4.12.
Oh, yeah, see? So if Usain Bolt joined the NFL, he would be the fastest by like 0.08 seconds. That's crazy.
He should do it.
He should do it. That'd be awesome.
He could be a wide receiver. He's tall as fuck.
So that's going to be the end of this podcast, and we can pick it up next Tuesday unless I have more shit going on that I'm going to record.
Fuck, I mean, we can record whatever. Anything, dude. Start a new channel.
We're gonna start a YouTube channel, and we'll put the link in the description of this video so that you guys can jump over to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have the video of Madden 18 in the background of us playing Madden Ultimate Team.
See how that shit is.
And yeah, we'll see how we do. See how that goes.
It's gonna be sweet.
It might go good. It might go bad. We'll see.
Might get destroyed by the 40 overall.
40 overall Patriots. That won't happen. All right. See you guys later.